Some countries are rich, while others are poor. We can see this clearly if we look at the average income per person in different countries. The richest country, Luxembourg, has an average income of over $106,000 per person. The poorest country, Burundi, has an average income of just $240 per person. That's more than 40 times less. But why? Why are some countries so much richer than others? Hello and welcome to this channel. Here's one fact about the world that you probably already know. Some countries are rich while others are poor. Now, obviously, there are many reasons for this, but today we're going to explore one of the most important ones, geography. Yes, where a country is located really does affect how rich it is. Imagine that you live in a small village somewhere in the mountains. You grow crops and raise sheep and the occasional goat. This is your life, and this is your world until one day a big city is built nearby. Suddenly, people from all over the country and even other countries come to visit. They bring money with them, and they're willing to pay good money for your crops and livestock. Life is good. Your village isn't poor anymore. In fact, it's thriving. Now imagine that the city gets even bigger and becomes a major transportation hub. Trucks, trains, and ships arrive daily, carrying goods from all over the world. Because these goods have to pass through your village, you can sell things like fuel and car parts to truck drivers or spare ropes and buckets to the ship crews. Life is even better now. Finally, imagine that a large international company decides to build a factory in the city. It needs agricultural products and spare parts that you can provide. It also needs workers who are willing to work for a salary. Some of your neighbors and friends leave their farms and take up jobs in the factory. They earn good salaries, and soon they're able to buy new tractors and other farm equipment. As a result, they can produce even more crops and raise more livestock. They sell some of their produce to the international company, which in turn sells its products around the world. Your village might be small, but because it's located near a major transportation hub, it's able to benefit from trade happening all over the world. If you've been following along, you probably realized that this story isn't just made up. It's based on reality. Let's put aside the village and imagine the entire country. Countries that are located near major trade routes tend to be wealthier. For example, Singapore sits at the crossroads of major shipping lanes between Europe, Asia, and Africa. It's no surprise that this tiny island nation is one of the richest countries in the world. On the other hand, imagine a landlocked country without many navigable rivers or natural harbors. It's difficult for this country to engage in international trade. As a result, its people might have a harder time earning good money. This tends to happen in countries with difficult terrain, like Nepal, or in countries far from major shipping lanes, like Bolivia. But wait, there's more. A country's geography affects more than just how easy it is to trade. The climate is also important. Countries with temperate climates tend to be richer than those with extreme climates. Why? Well, people tend to be more productive when they don't have to spend all their time trying to stay warm in the winter or escape the scorching sun in the summer. Not only that, but moderate temperatures tend to attract more tourists who bring money into the local economy. Costa Rica, a country with beautiful beaches and a stable democracy, is a great example of this. On the other hand, the Democratic Republic of the Congo has a difficult climate and civil unrest. No wonder it's so poor. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule. Plenty of landlocked countries with difficult climates are rich, while some coastal countries with great weather are poor. However, geography still matters. Just look at Japan, an archipelago of islands off the coast of mainland Asia. It's rich despite its difficult geography, mainly because its government has invested heavily in technology and education. Or take the Maldives, a small tropical nation in the Indian Ocean. It's poor despite its amazing beaches and year-round sunshine. This is mainly because the Maldives is very far from major trade routes. So remember, next time you hear about a poor or rich country, ask yourself, what's its geography like? You might be surprised by what you learn. All around the world, kids are getting sick and dying from a lack of access to clean water and basic medicines. With your help, we can change that. For just a few dollars a month, you can provide a child with clean drinking water, medicine, and even food. When you give to children in need, you're not just helping them survive, you're helping them thrive.